So some people's been having some concerns about the settings of this machine. So I'm going to start a load here. And one of the concerns were that I've never seen this myself, but I'm going to check it out. So this is the way I usually set it up. And I have people saying that when they put it on cold, that the wash machine during rinse cycle will go on hot. So normally when I set this up, I set it up for, I don't wash in normal. I usually go to deep wash. And then I turn it, because it automatically goes to hot. So I'll turn it to cold. And depending on how much clothing I have in here, the span, I usually leave it on normal. I never usually touch that. If you go too high and you get a lot of clothes in there, you will have issues if it's not balanced correctly. So soil level, usually just leave it at normal. Depending if I have a lot, I usually put it up heavy. And I usually hit deep wash. Now it's still on cold. So what I'll do is I will check this and see if it goes over to hot when it's putting in for rinse. I've never seen it do that, so I'm thinking that somebody might have not did it correctly and it was still on hot when they started the load. So right now it's sensing. We'll go let it go through to its wash and then rinse. So we'll be back here in a few minutes. But right now it's sensing how big of a load we have in here. We'll let it do its thing. Right now, we'll come back when it's set to the rinse cycle. I always wash in deep fill. So we'll be back. Okay, so here we are. We're going through a rinse. As you can see. And draining out. And we are on cold still. So I don't know what the circumstances were when some people are setting this up. Make sure you have that temp in cold. If you're really concerned and don't ever do a wash in cold, in hot, turn the hot water off in the back, and the minute this realizes there's no hot water, it shuts off and it goes cold. So, like I said, right now it's in cold, it's going into a rinse, and it's on cold. I don't know, but you gotta really pay attention to the cycles you're using. One thing I do agree with some people when they purchase this and they use it, I always have to put it in cold, no matter what. So yeah. And like I said, normally I always wash and deep wash, deep fill. You know, there's 4 of us in the family here, so usually this thing's full, really full. I would rather use a deep drum fill. There's only a few items in there. You know, fine. You can just use normal. But you really need to do your research on all your wash cycles, like your AOI wash and all that, and read about it. Go to your manual and read. But right now, it's going into a rinse. We'll see what happens when it dumps water in. It still hasn't switched from cold to hot, so. Man, I really hate the figure magnet thing. Like, look. So we'll see. It's getting ready to do a rinse and dump some water in there. I really wish I could open the lid up and record this cycle clear through. You know, all I have in there is a jacket. It's a big jacket too. It's a winter jacket. And it's okay, so it's still on rinse, still on cold. I think this is the first time I've ever washed one thing in there. So yeah, it's going through a rinse. I'm just waiting to see if it dumps some water in there. It hasn't switched from cold yet, so. So it's still on cold, it's going through a rinse cycle. This thing's spinning, you guys, and hardly any movement in the drum at all. For one great big heavy jacket, winter jacket in there, you know it's not going to be balanced completely. And this thing's doing really well with it. So, like I said, there it is. It's still on cold. It's on a rinse. Just see if it dumps some water in there. So yeah, still hasn't switched over to cold. And you can see it's doing a rinse. Spinning out really well. Man, I love this wash machine. It's so quiet and does a really good job. I've never seen any issues with pulling out dirty clothes, you guys. We have kids, and if you don't spray your stain and stuff, see, it's dumping water in there now, and it's still on cold. Oh, they can't see nothing. So yeah, some people might not be quite going through the cycles properly and setting it up right. So make sure when you set it up, you set it up right. And you can also go into your ThinQ app and set up a load that you're going to use all the time, pretty much like I do. And you just hit that one, that one setting in your app, and when you're done filling up your soap and stuff, it automatically should go to cold. So in the app, you can basically set it up to remember your exact settings you use. So I will be doing a video on the ThinQ app. So I'll be getting back to that sometime here soon. But yeah, it's still on cold and it's filling up for a rinse cycle. So right on, you guys. I hope this helps some people out there that's been asking about this. And yeah, other than that, I haven't had any issues other than having to start a load and doing it manual here on the panel from deep to you got to set that temperature to cold and make sure it's on cold. I mean, even the minute you turn, you say, oh, I made a mistake, and put it on an AI wash, you got to go back again and hit cold, I do believe. So use the ThinQ app. You can go in there and set your settings for your cycles that you like, that you use, the most common cycles, and you can set all that stuff up and just use the app, hit start, the way it goes. But that's one thing, LG, you guys need to fix. That can be costly to people out there that's doing a wash, and for instance, like me, deep fill, hot water automatically goes to hot. That should be cold. You should be able to set that to hot. So if I want it hot, I will change it to hot, not automatically on hot. Other than that, you guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have any more concerns, I'll try to make a video. Sorry that this video is as long as it is, but hey, I guess what it is. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.